Every second's crucial, apparently.
Oh.
Bye, guys.
We're gonna have to stop being mean.
What are you talking about? That is normal for us.
What is?
Being mean.
Wait, it's still... Oh, okay, I was
Maybe
gonna
for
say,
you
still
guys.
3 days?
It's 2 days now.
Yes, good.
So it's like 24 now with Jack Bauer. Oh, crap. Oh.
Yes.
Wake up.
Oh, no.
Come on. Wake up, please. Come on, up with you.
Actually, I think that's me, isn't
Wait.
it?
Nope.
No, that's
No,
let's
thank
go.
goodness. You're out so good, I was scared you might be dead for a minute. Good morning. How you feeling? What? Huh? Why are you looking at me like I just kicked your cat? It's incredible how much more pleasant it is to be woken up by a woman than a boy. That's the thanks I get for waking you up? Or did I interrupt a nice dream? I did, didn't I? And it was a dirty dream too, I bet. You don't even seem like a mind in the gutter kind of guy. I will murder you. Whoa, let's not be hasty now. Is everyone going to help me out? That doesn't sound very helpful. The worst part is how similar his wake-up call was to Giselle's. I'm just kidding. You know, I can get up on my own. Fair enough, I guess. Though, put yourself in my shoes for a sec. I came in, you were still as a corpse. It startled me enough I took your pulse. You touched me while I was sleeping? It was fate, but it was there. That's wonderful news. They're handing out breakfast in the dining hall. You can go get a plate yourself if you want. It's just some bread and wine, though. Dining hall? There's quite the crowd. All the people here helping with festival prep, so you should probably hurry if you want to get some. Hold on. I need a minute. My mind's still waking up. First off, I thought you said a church wasn't offering boarding at the moment, so why a dining hall? Right, it's not, but they do still offer breakfast. For free, of course. I see. Now, what do you mean by festival prep? As I mentioned yesterday, the Heart of the Harvest Festival is here at the church, but it's a city-wide event. There are all sorts of supplies that need to be purchased, decorations made, and put up, that sort of thing. So we got volunteers from the city here to help. I see. I believe today they're supposed to be putting up decorations outside the chapel, so the courtyard should be a bustle. The courtyard? Yeah, less court, more yard, really. We passed through it on our way here yesterday. Oh, right. I think I know what you're referring to. So, as long as I'm here, I don't have much choice but to help with prep. I'll honestly rather set Morgana free right now. But the other two are bound to find out if either of us do anything too conspicuous. So for now, I should stick to my routine, at least where people can see me. That would be the smart thing to do. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you're planning on doing anything. If there's anything I can do to help, I will. I'll let you know. Okay, well, I should get going. See you later, I guess. Mel, do you know where I can find a nun? Her? She should be in the dining hall. Thank you. And the other two men? The Lord and his bodyguard? They're only around early mornings and nights, so I doubt either of them are here right now. Why only then? Just want to go up into the tower. though, even though we're on the property, you won't be able to just walk up and talk to them, especially not the Lord. Also, I don't keep track of where they go or what they do. Sorry. I don't really want to know what they're up to, so I kept my distance. Understandable. Thank you anyway. Mm-hmm. See you later. He's holding it together fairly well, all things considered.
Finally resolving to do something about Morgana took a big weight off his shoulders, I'd guess.
Oh, Giselle.
Good morning, Michelle.
Morning. This bit soon to be feeling relieved, I think. Still work to be done before Mel can face Morgana.
That first step is still a big one, though, at least for him.
I suppose.
Anyway, it sounds like the Lord is going to be difficult to make contact with, which is what I was afraid of.
Our only opportunities are when he's here to feed Morgana.
Mel did say he didn't keep close tabs on the two of them, so there might be more than just that. First priority is getting you fed, though. So off to the dining hall we go.
Out of curiosity, did you sleep at all?
I haven't been sleepy once since I became the maid. But I'm used to it, so don't worry about me.
You said you see what I'm seeing there in the darkness, didn't you?
That's what it looks like, at least.
Which means when my eyes are closed, she has no light at all. Maybe I should have gone to sleep after all.
I know what you're thinking, Michelle. And no, you're wrong. You need your sleep. You won't have the energy to do anything if you don't keep yourself well rested and nourished.
You're right. We should get going.
To the dining hall.
I make my way through the halls to the room with the fireplace, the area used as a living room, and the area currently serving as a dining hall. Sitting in the center of the room is a long table lined with bread and wine. Standing behind the table and handing out food to the long line of people is the nun. This being a church, no one is speaking especially loud, but there's still an indistinct buzz hanging in the air as dozens of people whisper back and forth. The majority of people in the room look poor, like they generally need assistance, but there are a handful of those who look more than well off.
That's a lot more people than I was expecting.
They don't turn anyone away. Which, as I recall from Morgana's account, nearly drained the church of everything it had once.
They don't seem to be for want of supplies at the moment, though. I assume that's thanks to the Lord's patronage.
Most likely, yes.
In any event, I doubt we're getting anywhere near her in the mornings. She looks like she's got her hands full.
That doesn't change the fact that we need to speak with her. I'm going to try to squeeze past the crowd.
What? Michelle, wait a sec.
Hey now, don't cut in the line, young man. We've been waiting since dawn.
Please, let me through. I have business with the nun.
I ain't letting you through just 'cause you told me to.
This is important.
No more important than any of our business. Our lives depend on this food. Well, get your tail to the back of the line.
Here we go.
What seems to be the trouble?
Could I ask for a moment of your time? I need to speak with you.
Well, as you can see, I'm a bit occupied.
It won't take much of your time, I promise. It is very important you...
Give it a rest already, young man. Can't you see she ain't interested? Give me a hand getting this guy out of here, fellas.
What? Oh, wait!
Just don't get rough, okay?
Of course, Arsaintus. Pick it up, young man. You need some time outside to cool off.
Stop! Watch the hair! They went extraordinarily well.
You know, Michelle, sometimes I can't decide whether you're calculated or reckless.
Now I realize I never got that bread.
We should wait and try to talk to the nun when she's not so busy. She has to have some free time during the day.
You're right.
What do you say we take a look around the mansion while we're waiting? Who knows? Maybe we'll run into someone else.
All right.
Don't let it get to you.
As Mel has said it would be, the mansion is packed compared to yesterday. Most everyone I saw appeared to be excited for the upcoming Harvest Festival. A number of them even greeted me as we passed in the halls. They were so nonchalant about it, I wasn't quite sure how to react. I was amazed that anyone, let alone multiple people, would treat me so normally, considering how far from normal I looked. There were a few surprised looks, of course, but no one called me a demon or an angel based solely on my appearance. Perhaps they were just used to seeing people of all different colors around the city, so I had an easier time accepting the way I looked. No matter what the reason, though, it was quite nice being treated normal. After meandering through the mansion for a while, I make my way to the chapel. Despite knowing I have no way into the tower, part of me still wants to be near it. So I head around to the backside of the podium, where the stained glass window towers over me. It's the same as I remember.
I've always loved this window. It makes me feel like I've got an angel watching over me.
Had I been given a different name, maybe I would feel the same. That said, I don't dislike it as much as I used to.
I'm glad to hear it.
Off to the side, at the very back of the room, is a door leading to the observation tower. It's chained shut, though that's no surprise. The lock is the same one I saw back in the mansion. But the chains are just regular chains. They're not glowing with that awful black light. They're simply dull and gray.
If only I had an axe, then we could just chop the door right down.
I don't think an axe would help. If it were wood, maybe, but this is metal. And rather heavy at that.
You never know. Hit it enough and anything will break eventually.
We'd be in chains ourselves long before we made it through this door. What are you doing there?
Ah! It's him.
I was under the impression you and the Lord were only around mornings and nights. And why would you know that? Oops. Who are you?
He's getting suspicious, Michelle.
I'll take care of it. I'm a friend of Mel's. A friend of his? Does that surprise you? Never once have I seen a friend of his before. Has plenty of friends, I'm sure. No one has had an opportunity to pay him a visit. That's all. Never mind the boy's social dealings. Was he the one who told you my schedule? That I work for the Lord? I gotta be careful about what I say here, or he's gonna start getting suspicious of Mel. I asked him. Asked him what? I heard some talk around town saying the Lord was seen coming in and out of state on more than one occasion. Naturally, that caught my attention. A lowly peasant like myself almost never has the opportunity to cross paths with the Lord. So, hearing he was a regular visit here, I was hoping to have the honor of catching a glance at him. When I asked Mel about the Lord, he mentioned he had a bodyguard, which got me wondering. What kind of person would someone so distinguished entrust his life to dig around too much and liable to end up in the ground yourself? So I told you I was the Lord's bodyguard. Was he not supposed to, for some reason? No. It's true, I am his bodyguard. The question is, how did you know it was me? It wasn't difficult. You do rather stand out from the crowd. From Mel's description, I was able to recognize you almost immediately. If our roles were reversed, you would have similarly little trouble identifying me from a short description. The only thing distinct about me is my race. Where do you come from, if I may ask? Beyond the Silk Road. From the East then? What country? Is that any of your concern? No, I'm just curious. Why is your hair white? Why are your eyes red? They're naturally that color. Is that so? Nature can be quite the ball and chain.
Is it just me, or does it sound like he's sympathizing with you?
It's hard to say. Honestly, I'm still having trouble reading him.
Either way, it sounds like he bought your explanation.
So it does, which is a relief. Now, what business do you have with this store? The door was not my objective. I can't look at the stained glass window. I happened to notice the door with an unusual lock off to the side, so I got curious. Went to look up at it up close. The area behind the pulpit is off limits. I was unaware. Maybe I'll have to put ropes up then. Why is it off limits though? Is that any of your concern? No, but the way you're talking about it has piqued my curiosity. Do you not know how to keep your nose out of places it doesn't belong? Get out of here. And don't come back. As you wish. Hold on. Yes? Your name? Michelle. Michelle. Almost the same as the angel there. That would be because I was named after him. I see. What an unfortunate name. I despise angels. May I ask what yours is? I have no name. You don't have... What are you? No, never mind. Farewell.
Oh, wow. That was scary. He does not want anyone getting near that door, huh? I thought he was going to pull his sword on you.
I wonder, would I die if he tried to kill me?
There aren't many people who could get away from a blade like that, especially in his hands, unharmed.
You're probably right. Having already died once, the idea of doing it so again feels wrong somehow.
You managed to talk him down, though. I'm surprised. You're quite the accomplished liar, Michelle.
Is that so?
It's hard to believe that was the same awkward, stuttering Michelle I know and love.
Am I really that much of a bumbling fool, normally?
I wonder what he was doing back there, though. It's well passed on.
Standing watch, presumably. With as many people as there are roaming about, he's probably worried about people, like me, getting near the door. I doubt he plans on spending much time anywhere else until the festival is over.
And with him on guard, we've got pretty much no access to the door. I sure hope we can talk him over to our side.
Mel was never an enthusiastic accomplice. His guilt was what allowed us to win him over and get him to confess everything. On the other hand, he's not likely to be so forthcoming.
It all depends on how deep his ties to the nun are. Presumably, she's the reason he's involved.
That said,
Hmm?
we managed to communicate well enough.
Are you still sore that I called you awkward?
No, I don't mean me. I mean him.
What? Oh.
He was far from rational or coherent when he was living with you in the mansion.
You're right. He does seem like a completely different person here. Losing his memory in the shipwreck was probably what triggered his transformation into the beast. So I guess this must be what he was like before that.
What he carries inside him is no different now than it was then. He's simply able to hold himself in equilibrium now. He's keeping a balance between his rational human side and his violent beast side.
He does somewhat remind me of Vissia during his short period of calm.
That, or the glimpse we got of him on his ship while he was still a merchant. I'll say that's probably closer to the man here now.
Huh? The ship?
You were the one who showed me the memory.
What? I have no recollection of that. Oh yeah, you also mentioned seeing another woman's memories behind the second door, didn't you? From outside the mansion.
You didn't see them, though, as I recall.
All I am aware of is what took place within the mansion, as well as whatever Morgana felt like telling me.
Resignation.
What?
Nothing. Morgana mentioned something about me resonating. I don't know why I would be capable of such a thing. Because of what it allowed me to see, it's all but impossible for me to ignore the plight of these people. Anyway, the point is, however rational he may appear, we mustn't forget that this is not the whole picture. He's as much a killer in his life as he was in his next. He's the man of many faces. The gentleman who was around his lover, the brutal, merciless man who was on a ship, and the beast that lurks beneath it all. Everyone acts differently depending on who they're around, but there's something unsettling about how he does it. I do wonder what he meant when he said he had no name.
As I recall, he was from somewhere far, far away in the second door. And he looks Asian here too, so maybe he's from the same country.
He said he crossed the Silk Road, so the eastern end of the continent, presumably. I wonder if he has the same name, or not.
It was an unusual name. Oh, what was it? Ukulele.
No, that wasn't it. It was eucalyptus, I believe. I get the feeling we're both wrong, and I'm farther off than her. It's not the kind of name we're used to hearing or saying.
Hopefully we'll be able to get it out of him.
Hopefully. But for the time being, we should go looking for the nun. I imagine she doesn't have her hands quite as full by now.
Probably not. To the courtyard we go, then. Wow, the crowd just keeps on growing. Are they all helping with the decoration?
It would seem so. Preparation for the festival is in full force.
Ah, I found the nun. She's over there. She's got a bunch of people around her, though. What should we do?
I'll force my way through.
How about plan B this time?
Michelle!
Are you all right, Michelle? You went down pretty hard.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna say something, but you already did the line.
I know, I was just like, that's not Mel. Oh. You're such a weakling, dearest Michelle. I don't weigh that much. Not enough to knock you over jumping on your back.
You give me no time to brace myself.
Pish push. My Mel would have had no problem catching me, and then he would have spun me around like a princess at a ball.
Unreasonable doesn't even begin to describe your expectations. Are you sure you should be running around like that? I thought you were in rather poor health.
Amazingly, I actually feeling pretty good, and I haven't even had any medicine today. Cat? Maybe because I cleared things up with Mel yesterday. I cried my eyes out last night, but I feel better now.
I'm glad to hear it. You do say health is as much mental as it is physical. So it might keep getting better if you stay positive. Just don't push yourself.
Well, thank you for your concern, my dearest Michelle.
He's taken quite a liking to you. How do you like that? It's nice, isn't it?
I'm more not sure how to react.
Oh, just go along with it. You know you want to. I wish I could be there too. I want to pat that sweet little head of hers.
What do you think she is? A cat? Now that she opened up though, I will admit, she is rather sweet. Oh, there you are, Nellie. Don't run off like that. You scared me.
It's not my fault. You lost sight of me, dearest Mel.
I'll try to keep a better eye on you. So, you came to check out the courtyard, Michelle? You know, you really stand out from the crowd. You're so pale. I could tell it was you from far off way in distance. I am well aware of how conspicuous I am. But everyone's acting so unconcerned. It's honestly kind of disconcerting. Can't say people don't think you look unusual, but no one's afraid of you or anything. It's not easy looking different from everyone else, is it? It comes with its disadvantages, yes. And she would have had to deal with the same thing. That's another thing I regret. I wish I could have treated her more like a regular person. I guess I just wasn't mature enough to accept her. You spent much of your life in a very sheltered environment. So it's only human that you had difficulty accepting something that didn't fit within your view of the world. That doesn't make you a bad person. Regardless, you did treat her like a regular person. That's the reason she accepted your invitation to go on walks. I guess. Question. You know what she looks like, right? I do. What? What'd you think the first time you saw it? I know that's not the most tactful question, but I thought nothing of it. I simply saw her as a person, as a girl. I see. Well, what do you know? Looks like I am a bad guy. You're a right saint. No, I've seen much worse. You know, you kind of remind me of her. I do? I mean, you're much more personable than her, but... oh, what's the word? It's not just the way you look, but there's something a little different than everyone else about you. Like an aura or something. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sorry if I offended you. I wasn't trying to insult you or anything. But I mean, like yesterday, you were talking like a prophet. I'm almost beginning to think that maybe you really did see a vision from God.
Enough with all the grown-up talk already. You lost me ages ago.
Yeah, sorry.
Who cares if Michelle is a saint or a prophet or the archangel himself? Michelle is my second brother. Besides, he doesn't look at all that weird to me. The saintess is probably just an ordinary girl too. I'm big enough now that I won't think badly of her, no matter what she looks like.
You are, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when she's free and feeling better again, maybe we can get together and bake something. That would be lots of fun. She'll forgive you, I'm sure of it.
You know, maybe you shouldn't be talking about this so loudly. Wouldn't want anyone to overhear us.
Oh, right. Sorry. But everyone's so busy prepping for the festival. I'm sure we're fine.
Better safe than sorry, though.
As you say, dear Smell. So, Michelle, are you here to help with prep?
No, I was hoping I could find some time to talk with a nun.
With all the people coming and going, she's going to have her hands full until the festival starts.
Well, that's unfortunate. Is it that important you talk with her? She may be able to give us information that could assist in acquiring the second key. The second key? You're not saying she's involved too, are you? By my estimation, she doesn't know anything. She is, however, very much connected to the swordsman. Much like he acted to help your sister, I believe the nun is his driving force. Are you serious? I find it hard to believe. I mean, she's such a loving, charitable woman. And he's, well, a savage brute. A murderer. It has to be her, though. Have you ever seen the two of them acting particularly close? Never. She's kind to everyone. I've seen them talking once or twice, sure. But she wasn't acting any differently than she does around anyone else. It suddenly doesn't seem like they had anything going on.
Maybe they're hiding it? Surely there's something between them.
I would certainly presume so.
Nuns aren't allowed to be romantically involved. So they could be having secret tresses. A forbidden romance. How exciting. So you need to talk with her, then, Michelle? Leave it to me.
You can do it?
Well, right now she's showing people how to make the decorations. Weaving straw into crowns and flowers and other things. I know how to make them too, so I can take her place teaching for a little.
I appreciate it, but if anyone should be offering to help, it's me.
There's a bunch of them already done. Like, over there, hanging off the tree branches. Can you make those?
They're very intricately designed.
You'd have to be really good at weaving to make those, let alone teach other people how. You should take her up on her offer.
You're right. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated.
You got it. I'll let her know. You want to talk, so just hold tight. And you, dearest Mel, are coming with me. And you get to help make decorations.
I'm not good at this stuff, though.
Nope. I said you're coming, and that's all there is to it. With me as your teacher, you'll be a pro at it in no time.
Yeah. Alright, you win. Let's go.
Nellie seems to be in good shape, and it doesn't look like last night caused any problems for them. I'm relieved.
Hopefully, they can continue down this path.
They'll be fine, I'm sure.
I pray that they will be. Now, we should have a little time before the nun is available to talk. So I would really like to find some shade.
Is it pretty bright out today?
I thought I could see through my eyes.
I can, yes. I can see what's going on, just not as clearly as you. Not enough to tell how strong the sun is.
I see.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I say, but the bags of my eyes are starting to hurt. 2 days now with hardly a cloud in sight.
Ah, there you are. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
No worries. I apologize for pulling you away from your duties at such a busy time.
After that little surprise this morning, I figured you must really have something you want to say.
I do. Something very important. If possible, I'd like to discuss it with you somewhere more private.
Let me guess. You're going to propose to me? Now, you should know better than that. I am a servant of God the Father. He is the only companion I am permitted to have.
No, I just want to...
I know. I'm kidding. I just wanted to tease you a little bit. I can't be away for very long though, alright?
I'll do my best to keep it short.
Okay, let's head inside and find a room then.
After you. May I ask you something, Giselle?
What? Yes. What is it?
Is there something about me that makes people want to tease me?
No, not at all. What would ever give you that idea?
Did you say so?
Alright, you have my undivided attention. Make yourself comfortable and speak whenever you're ready. I am here to help those in need. My ears are at your service. The good, the bad, the ugly. Tell me anything and everything.
You're a nun. You should probably be a little more particular with your conversation topics.
Hmm? What's wrong?
Nothing. I actually want to talk about you. Rather myself.
About me?
You or the people who you associate with, I suppose. Are you acquaintances with that Asian swordsman?
The Lord's bodyguard? I mean, I know of him, but I can't say I know terribly much about him.
What?
I was under the impression you were quite intimate with him.
Did someone tell you we were?
No, that was just the feeling I had.
Remember, I am a nun. Whatever you think you saw, you're probably imagining. I'm not allowed to give any man special treatment, let alone be intimate with one.
There's something between you two, though.
What do you mean there's something between us?
Maybe you should try telling her what we know about him here. His primary motivation is to keep her church running, after all.
Is he not here to keep this church, your church, in operation?
Is he... what? Did he tell you he was?
He did.
Oh, Really? That's a little... No, that's quite surprising. I hardly ever see him talking to anyone. Are you friends with him?
Perhaps acquaintances would be a better word.
Well, he seems to be a nice enough fellow.
Are you really not close with him at all?
No. So, if he told you he was trying to protect his church, it would have to be out of a sense of gratitude, nothing more.
Gratitude for...
A while back, he was in a pretty bad place in life, and I gave him some food. This was when I wasn't all the way out here, but at a church in the city.
There were other nuns there too, as I recall.
Right. We also served as an orphanage, so it was us and a ton of children. I have since fallen out of touch with them, though. But as servants of God, it is our responsibility to offer assistance to those in need. Which is exactly what I did for him. No special treatment. I just did the right thing. So whatever you think you saw between us, there's nothing there.
You're Parlene, though, aren't you?
No, my name is Murray.
Marie? How can that be? How could she not be her?
Marie. That sounds a lot like a name we heard behind the third door. But I don't think they're the same person.
I concur. There's no guarantee everyone's name has to be the same. Mel and Nellie's were, which just made us think they all would be.
That's true.
On the subject of assumptions, is it possible her connection to Swordsman is also a flawed one? Because again, all we have to go on is Mel and Nellie. Though in Morgana's story, I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of doing what he did to keep her church running. Was he not referring to this woman?
Sneezing fit, hold on.
Bless you.
It's dusty in here.
I should get back down to the courtyard then. Nellie won't be able to handle everything on her own. It would be great if you could help with the preparations too.
One sec.
Hmm?
There's absolutely nothing going on between you two.
Why can't you just accept the answer I've given you? I don't like being so blunt, but you're really overstepping your bounds. I said there's nothing, and there's nothing.
What do I say? If she leaves now, it won't be easy getting another chance to talk to her. Will I be able to get him to tell the story without having her on my side, though? Will I be able to get his key?
Maybe you could try talking to him with Mel there. The two of you together could convince him to give up his key.
When I encountered his shadow in the mansion, he told me that if I had mentioned the key to him in the past, he would have cut my head from my shoulders on the spot.
Then, should we try to find the Lord first instead?
I think I'll try to shake her up. Take a leap of faith on there being something between them.
Happy now? I should really get going.
Hold on, just one last thing.
Yes.
Would it be possible for you to grant me access to the observation tower?
The tower? Why?
Because the Lord and his bodyguard are keeping someone imprisoned at the top of it.
Well,
They locked up a girl with miracle blood.
it's not very appropriate to joke about things like that.
I am not joking. The medicine you are handing out, that's real human blood.
What proof do you have?
I have someone else who can corroborate my story.
And what proof do you have that they're telling the truth?
When you hear what he has to say, you'll know. But the greatest proof is his key.
Sorry, but there's no way I can believe someone's being imprisoned here. Your claims are an affront not only to the good people who give their time, money, and hard work for the church, but to God himself.
Open the door and you can see for yourself.
I can't. I don't have the keys.
Does that seem the slightest bit unusual to you? Does it not make you think that they may be hiding something?
No, because I know what's being kept in the tower.
You know?
The observation tower is the Lord's personal property. He stores his money and valuables there because a church is less likely to be broken into than his manor.
His money?
Even thieves fear God. So you can understand why he would want to keep his property here.
Does that actually make sense, though? If he's so afraid of thieves, surely he can afford to hire guards.
He doesn't like keeping guards around.
Why not?
Haven't you heard? There's been several failed assassination attempts. The Lord is not a bad man. He can be rather aggressive in his work, which has a tendency to make a man's enemies. Someone whom wants to see him dead. And keeping his wealth at hand only increases that risk. Now are you satisfied?
This is all you like, but he's not keeping money in the tower. He's got a...
Are you after the Lord's wealth? Is that what this is about?
What?
Again, I don't like being blunt, so... Who do you think I'm more likely to believe, the Lord, who has been supporting me in this church, or you, who showed up out of nowhere, demanding me to open the door?
I'm telling the truth. There's a dying girl in that tower.
I'm sorry, and I don't want to do this, but if you keep this up, I'm going to have to call the guards. I really must be going now.
The swordsman. He helped imprison the girl in the tower, so he could get the money necessary to keep your church up and running. With your help, we could stop this.
Take some time to cool off.
Would it have killed her to be a little more open-minded? I really hope she considers the possibility we're telling the truth, even just a little bit.
She's so defensive because she trusts the Lord that much? Or is there trust in the swordsman? Or maybe, simply because she doesn't trust me. I think I'll head back to the courtyard. Need some time to consider our next move.
That's a good idea. And there might be something Mel and Nellie can do to help too.
Perhaps. With the nun denying any involvement with the swordsman, and him being so inscrutable, I find myself at a complete loss as to how to go about crossing the wall standing in the way of getting the truth out of him. My mind brings me back to the events of the second door, the most savage of the three tragedies. The things he did then were undeniably inhuman, but it makes me wonder if his perspective on these events would have any influence on Morgana's perception of him. If at all, a positive influence seems less likely. Was he man, or was he beast? Nothing else. He wanted to be human in the beginning. What was it that he truly desired? If he hadn't been under Morgana's curse, we'd have wanted to be the same killer he was. Blinding sunlight drags me from my thoughts. A radiance brighter, more intense than any I've been under today. Or rather, it's probably more my mind interpreting it that way because my eyes can't handle any more. In a matter of moments, all I can see is white.
Michelle, are you all right?
I feel a sharp pain, like someone's yanking at the back of my eyes. I'm fine. I just need some shade. Giselle's voice fades away. Yeah. From somewhere, I think I can hear her calling my name, but instead of sound, all that reaches me is more pain. Then the world starts tilting towards me. No, not the world. It's me who's falling. I'm not a dimension? Where am I?
You're awake.
Morgana? What are you doing here?
Does my appearance disturb you? That's to be expected, I suppose. I am hardly what you would call attractive, after all.
Morgana,
How do you know my name?
how do I know your name? I came to save you. Where's this? Aren't you in the... Huh? What just happened? I tried to say observation tower. My voice completely disappeared.
Where is this? I'm not sure. How you couldn't know? This is the witch's cottage by the lake. I found you unconscious outside my door. So I presumed you came here in search for my herbal medication.
Unconscious. Outside her door? Your arm.
What?
This is before she lost her arm. Does that mean I traveled even further into the past? Could this be... You must get yourself far away from this place, Morgana. Better yet, escape to another country entirely.
Where did that come from? I have no means of survival if I leave.
In that case, beware of the two men who will come to visit you. You must not open the door for them.
What do you mean?
They're a haired boy and a... Why did I lose my voice for all the most important details? Is this really the cottage by the lake?
Take a look out the window and see for yourself.
There's nothing there. Nothing outside the window. No, that's not exactly right. A reddish-black fog churns beyond the window.
A pretty lake, is it not? Not that I have any plans talking about beauty.
Now I understand. This isn't the real world. Is it your world then, Morgana? Or is it a world within our dreams?
May I ask who you are?
I won't spend much time at your side. This is also very strange. It was always you who was talking to me. Now you don't even know my name. Shall we talk for a bit, Morgana?
If you're going to try to convince me to leave, I won't have it. And please watch what you say. There's something very unsettling about your choice of words.
As you wish. In that case, let's talk about ourselves. For so long, I fought to fend off the things you said. Not because I had any particular dislike for you, but because I was afraid of how entrancing the sound of your voice was. I empathized with the feelings seething through your words, and that understanding always allowed them to consume me. There was a mysterious magnetism to your voice, and as emotionally unstable as it was at the time, I couldn't possibly have withstood giving into it.
You're saying my voice is unpleasant?
Not at all. It was beautiful. Frightening so. I want to try again. I want you to tell me about yourself. The things you see and feel.
I will not be telling you or anyone else about myself. Because
You would have to be inhuman to empathize with you. In that case, we can start with me instead. Honestly, I don't want to talk about myself either, because it makes me feel pitiful, worthless. And it's a story I would rather pretend never happened. And it's not a story I can just tell anyone.
but you can tell me.
Indeed. I was born to this world female.
What?
From a young age, being a girl felt somehow wrong. And as I grew older, my body developed like a boy's. Not entirely, though. My body is incomplete. I miss one thing every man is supposed to have. Change drove my mother to madness, and she hid me away. Before I was unfit to be in the presence of others. That was when I was 14 years old, and that marked the end of any semblance of normalcy in my life. Morgana, you once told me that our fates were decided before birth, both yours and mine alike. I spent my whole life rejecting that notion, insisting I was a normal person, fighting to prove I was indeed male. But now that it's all over, I think you were right. My fate was always set in stone. And perhaps if I stopped trying to fight it, if I shut up and accepted it, I could have lived a longer life. I could not have left Giselle behind.
Do you regret your choice?
No, I do not. No matter what could have been, I had to hold my ground. I had to keep shouting, because if I hadn't, it would have rendered my very existence meaningless. No matter what misfortune the decision may have brought, I must not regret it. Everyone has some principle, some belief, some fundamental aspect of themselves they must always stand in unwavering support of. Or perhaps one us lose sight of would be a better way to put it. For if we do, we lose sight of ourselves. For most people, these beliefs have probably been internalized so deeply that they aren't even aware they hold them. But what we carry inside us is unique. Difficult for other people to understand, to accept, forcing us to walk a path of solitude and persecution. I believe you generally do have miraculous powers. Who knows? Maybe your blood is special too, but I know your real power lies in your voice, in its ability to enchant anyone who hears it. But it was something you were born with, not something you asked for. Was it not?
I am a saint and the daughter of God. That is the lot I was given, and that is the path I must walk. If I stray from that path, or stop walking, I will no longer be myself. It would make me worthless. We mustn't limit the solitude we are dealt.
Maybe not. But I think that if either of us had someone, any one person who accepted us, it would have caused us to see the world in a much different light. I know you have people like that, who treated you like a regular girl.
But they're gone now.
Have you never leaned on their memory?
It comes back to me from time to time. But even then, they were different than me. They were so full of kindness, so very human. And while they taught me to experience their joy, not even they could change what I ultimately. I left my humanity behind still far early in my life. And what about you? Do you have anyone special?
I do.
And do they treat you like a normal person?
She does.
However, you still know that you're different, that you can't fit in with everyone else, that you're abnormal. You do, don't you?
I am very conscious of that fact. That on a fundamental level, I am still gray. And that so long as I am who I am, it will always be so. Nevertheless, her acceptance allowed me to step onto the path she walked. A path wide enough even for me, despite my abnormality.
You are, I expect, only half right about that. You're a man capable of making compromises. With a spirit strong enough to try to walk the path of humanity, while still being an outsider to it. I could never do that. Someone could be standing there, someone ordinary, but incredibly kind and accepting person, holding their hand out for me. And I don't think I could take it. Because I know if I do, it will only bring more pain. So if I am to take anyone's hand, it must be someone inhuman. Someone fundamentally abnormal. And not just mentally or emotionally, but on a deeper level. Intrinsically. Never going to get that word. Different.
Morgana.
Maybe you could do it. Maybe you could understand even the tiniest bit of my fate. You could do it, couldn't you? Then do it. Understand me. Empathize with me. Take some of the weight off my back.
Morgana. I have every intention of doing anything I can. But you have to understand, I'm not from this time, Morgana. I can't promise you I will be around much longer. So instead, take as much time as you need to find someone who will accept you. And with them, slowly bring yourself back into the path of humanity. It will not be easy, I know. Constant fear at the looks people give you, dreading the things they think and feel about you, terrified with the thought they might abandon you at any moment, the ever-present anxiety about whether you're able to fit in with them. But I know you can do it. I know you can bring yourself back to a place you can love, like what you had 4 years ago.
You really are. Michelle. You may think talking to my past self can't change something. But you're surely mistaken. Nothing of the girl you see there remains. Poke and prod at the past all you like. It won't change anything, my dear. It's all far too gone to have any effect.
Michelle. Michelle, are you there? Are you all right? Get up, Michelle, please. Oh, thank goodness. You're awake.
Did I pass out?
Ah, you're awake? Are you okay? Did you hit your head?
Nellie,
You gave everyone a big scare, dearest Michelle. All of a sudden, you were just on the ground. Were you feeling unwell?
No, I just had a natural sensitivity to sunlight. I apologize for any concern I caused you. Sorry for worrying you too, Giselle, and for that rather shameful display.
No need to apologize. Like you said, you're sensitive to sunlight. I'm just glad you're all right, Michelle. If anything, I should be the one apologizing for putting so much pressure on you. I had no idea it was so bright out.
As long as you're not sick or anything. So you're feeling better now?
My head still hurts a little, but yes, I'm fine. What time is it?
Almost supper time. Which means I better get back to the cottage.
Was it really out that long?
At least you woke up before supper. I should get going though. See you tomorrow, Michelle.
Good night, Nellie. Tomorrow is the day before Morgana is supposed to die. Time is limited enough as it is. That said, Giselle, I saw Morgana.
What do you mean? How?
I don't know if it's in a world of her creation or simply a dream, but in it, I spoke with Morgana when she was still alive.
What was she like?
Not like the Morgana we know now, not someone who seems to feed off hatred.
So she really was a saint in life, like Mel described her.
Though I get an impression being the same was more like a chain around her ankle, the only way she was able to derive meaning from her life. Not to mention the utter sense of solitude brought about by the knowledge that no one like her would ever come into her life.
Do you think she wanted to break free from the chains then?
Even if she were able to, she would never be able to return to anything resembling normal. Much like it would never have a normal body. Although... Oh, you're awake. That's good. What? You came to check up on me? Don't act so surprised. I'm plenty capable of showing concern for others. That said, no, that's actually not why I'm here. He looks pale. I know you're not feeling well, but are you up to it? Would you mind joining me for supper? I don't know why he would make such a big deal about asking me to. He's the one asking. I think he's getting suspicious. I see. I apologize for not handling my encounter with him better. Don't be. If you were sure I was playing him, I wouldn't be here. So don't blame yourself. Though, I would still appreciate it if you came. Absolutely. Turning him down would only give him more reason to be suspicious. True enough. I'll do my best not to let anything slip. You try and do the same, alright? Of course. Well, let's get going then. Could none have told him what I said to her?
Whatever this is about, we don't want to keep him waiting. Be on your guard.
I will.
Here he is.
I see that. I've been waiting. I saved you a couple seats, so go on. Sit down. This is unbearable. What's the matter, Mel? You hardly touched your food. Lost your appetite?
I've never been a very big eater.
No? Then why'd you give the rest of your friend here? It's a bit bland, but it's passable. Wouldn't you say?
This pressure is nothing if not overwhelming.
How does he expect anyone to eat with air so tense?
And Mel refuses to even look at him.
Considering he's the reason Mel's involved in this at all. I can understand not wanting to make eye contact.
Or even be in the same room.
Are you not going to eat either? Don't worry. There's no poison in it.
The thought never even crossed my mind. Why would you think I would be concerned about my meal being poisoned?
It was only a joke.
I don't see the Lord anywhere.
He's gone back to his manor.
I thought you were his bodyguard.
He's the Lord. He has more than one guard.
Why did you invite us to supper?
Is there any reason I shouldn't have?
There are plenty.
Such as?
Like, I imagine anyone would feel a bit overwhelmed dining with the Lord's personal bodyguard. Like that. In fact, I'm surprised you two knew each other at all. Let alone were on good terms enough to share a supper together.
You haven't told me this man anything, have you, Mel?
Nothing. All I told him was that you're the Lord's bodyguard.
I see. You want to know what kind of terms we're on?
What?
We're accomplices.
Such a shame this is how your reunion had to turn out.
You finally get to see him again, only to learn he's a criminal.
Wait, what crimes might you be referring to?
Take a guess. What sort of atrocities do you think we're committing?
What is he doing? Why would he tell you that?
He wants to gauge my reaction, I assume. I have to choose my words carefully. I can't say too much, but I won't get anywhere saying nothing either. How should I handle this? I have no idea.
All I'm asking you to do is guess. Just say the first thing that comes to mind.
You're putting me on the spot, telling my friend is a criminal, and asking me to guess his crime. Did you honestly think you would get any sort of answer out of me?
You make a fair point. Then allow me to change the question. If you found out a friend of yours was a criminal, would you still be able to be their friend? That question makes you uncomfortable too? Consider it. A sort of sideshow to liven up our meal. Don't take it too seriously.
It would depend on if they feel guilty about what they've done, or they have any intention of making penance for their crimes. And Mel, well, he's someone who would be ashamed of any wrongdoing he might or might not have participated in.
I see.
What about you? If you had done something you knew to be wrong, would you be ashamed? Would you make penance?
Maybe, maybe not. You have one hell of a friend here, Mel. Michelle, that was your name, wasn't it? Do you have any other friends?
I don't have many, no.
Any in this land?
No. Why do you ask?
I don't have any friends here either.
Or maybe I never had any at all.
Maybe he wants to be your friend, Michelle.
Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah, I guess not.
Any family? I left home some time ago. Aren't you still too far to visit regularly? Why do you want to know? I'm in a similar situation myself. I thought it might be nice to find some common ground. I find it difficult to take him at his word. So you made the long journey all the way out here so you could see him? That I did.
This is just a small detour in his travels. That's what you told me, isn't it?
That's right. How very gracious of you to go so far out your way for him. Oh, and Mel, I have a question for you as well.
What kind of question?
Think of it like a little game. You're standing on the edge of a cliff. On your left is your sister, and on your right is him. They're both about to fall. You can only save one of them. Whose hand do you grab? Surely this is the first time you heard this scenario proposed. It's not real. It's just hypothetical. Don't take it so seriously. Come on, it's just a game. You know that, right?
You don't need to answer. As he said, I'm only here to see him. When I heard there was going to be a festival, I requested permission to remain here until then. And that displeases you for any reason, I apologize. But hypothetical or not, a question like that makes it uncomfortable for everyone involved. Or are you trying to make him feel cornered?
Not at all. It was merely a question. I never meant to make it uncomfortable. My apologies. Now I suppose I should take my leave, as it seems my presence makes it hard to enjoy the food. Relax. I'm not staying here tonight. Won't get in the way of your reunion anymore. You said you would be here into the Harvest Festival? They're supposed to be putting up quite the impressive event. Look forward to it.
May I ask you one thing before you go? What do you think of the nun? Are you very close to her?
I'm not close to anyone.
So, yeah. Thank you. I was hoping to handle it better than that. I just can't seem to keep it together around him. I'm really sorry.
I can hardly blame you.
Thanks. There's something really unsettling about him.
I can't say I disagree.
What was the deal with that question anyway?
The cliff one?
Yeah.
I think it's best if you don't linger on it.
Anyway, you look at it, he had to be... Never mind. Anyway, keep your eye out. You probably want to be extra careful tonight. After that, I'm scared he might be up to something. There's no saying where he actually went.
I'm with Mel. I have a bad feeling about what he might do.
After a conversation like that, it'd be crazy not to be on alert. That'd be wise, yes. I plan to head straight back to my room.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Do you really think we'll be able to get his key? I still can't bring myself to believe there's anything between him and the Saintess. And the Lord's pretty much always inaccessible. Does the Lord say anything when you're all together? Such as anything at all? Something to give me some idea what kind of person he is. Sorry, I got nothing. I usually keep my mouth shut when I'm with them, and they hardly talk to each other either.
I see.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure you already heard this, but the Lord's an incredibly suspicious man. I'm not sure he's capable of trusting anyone at all.
so it's not really a situation where I can go up and ask him about his personal life. After several failed assassination attempts, among other things, he's just grown to be suspicious of everyone around him. If someone's walking up to him, he even thinks they might try something. That's all it takes for him to have them beheaded. As a person, his reputation's awful, but he has done a lot to improve the city's economy. So the merchants and artisans think he's alright. And out of curiosity, what is Dolores' name? Huh? Oh, you don't know that either? His name is Gianfranco's Bonnier. What?
That name doesn't fit him at all.
Not one bit. He does not look like a John Francos.
Could that mean he's not the Lord then?
No, the Lord's the only other person who did enough to earn Morgana's wrath. Be on the receiving end of her reconstruction wish. It has to be him. But between this and the nun being named Marie, things are starting to get a bit muddled.
Hold on a second. I think I've heard the name Barnier somewhere.
There was a diary in the library when I lived in the mansion, as I recall, written by someone named Bonnier. Actually, now that I think about it, the same diary Asher saw out in Mel's next life. And then he was complaining about not having gotten the larger of the family estates.
And a bad harvest, I think. That was one of the books your family sent you, right?
Actually, that was the one book that didn't. It was already in the library when I arrived.
You think he could have written it?
Here I thought it was just scribblings of a disgruntled noble. If the book really is that old, I'm amazed it was in such good condition for so long. It can't be any more than 100 years behind our own time, so it's not inconceivable we'd still be in good shape then. The Mel came back many hundreds of years after that. It's almost like it was frozen in time.
You know, I think time actually may have been stopped during the time the mansion wasn't present in the living world. I kept it clean, yes. But one person going around dusting wouldn't be enough to keep it from falling into disrepair over hundreds of years.
Just what on earth is that mansion? It sounds like part of Morgana's miracle. What's the matter? You've just been standing there staring off into space. Oh, sorry, I got lost in thought. You seem to do that a lot. Just go off in your own world. I swear, you got to be more absent-minded than me. That's not important though, I guess. Anyway, so I've been trying to think of ways I can help, but sorry, I haven't been able to come up with anything. It's fine. I'm simply glad to have you on my side. Sure. Well, I should get back to my room. If you have any good ideas, let me know. I will. I should head back too.
I know we don't have much time, Michelle, and that concerns you, but try not to agonize over it too much.
Sorry. After how well yesterday went, it just feels like we just can't come to a screeching halt. Honestly, I'm having trouble processing everything.
How about, for now, we just focus on the immediate issues?
I suppose.
To start with, we're going to want to talk to the nun again tomorrow. We might have an easier time of it if we brought Mel or Nellie along. She'd probably be more inclined to believe us about the observation tower if it came from them.
That might work. Though it presents another potential problem. What if she doesn't believe them? It could put the two of them at risk. There's also the chance she's not involved with the swordsman at all, as she claims. In which case, convincing her doesn't get us any closer to getting truth out of him. Maybe it would be better to approach it from the Lord's.
Did you hear that? It came from over by the window. Maybe it's a cat.
I'll go check.
Ah!
God damn it, there's someone in there.
It's a ghost. There's a ghost out there. Get away from the window. Hurry, you don't want it to possess you.
Calm down. Your scream startled me far more than anything.
How am I supposed to calm down? We have to go find Mel and get another room. We can't stay in this one any longer. No way.
I don't think it was a ghost. In fact, I'm going after them.
What? No, you can't be serious. Michelle!
I'm pretty sure they went this way.
Let's go back to the mansion. You're chasing a ghost. You're out of your mind.
You know, now that I think about it, she's essentially a ghost herself, afraid of another ghost. I think I saw movement in the bushes over there. Is this the one? What?
Whoa there!
Oh boy.
I'm 2 for 4 tonight.
Right, Gah! You found me. Is that who I think it is? Be a good boy and pretend you never saw me. Got it? I'm off.
Hold on.
Go after her.
Stop, please. I want to talk to you.
You stop. Why are you chasing me? For the record, I wasn't breaking in for nefarious reasons. So you don't need to take me into the guards.
I'm not going to report you. All I want to do is talk.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Well, I do, so please, stop.
What's your deal anyway? You some kind of creep?
No!
How the hell's a man chasing a woman down a dark road not a creep?
As you look any less suspicious.
Screw off and stop chasing me, damn it.
Then stop running.
It's
Light.
Yeah.
Is someone there?
Perfect. Help! Please! I'm being chased by a strange man.
What are you?
He's going to do terrible things to me. Is this as bad as it looks?
It's worse.
What's going on here?
Wait a minute. Don't do anything rash. I can explain. I'm completely innocent.
Maria?
Well then,
Things are suddenly looking better for us.
so it seemed.
What are you doing here, Maria?
Wait, is that you, Pauline? What? They know each other? And she called her...
So it's right. That is your name.
That is my earthly name. It is not who I am now. I am Marie. I no longer go by that name.
Marie? That's your name? That's a fucking laugh. You joking?
I am not.
And that outfit, you become a nun or something? That part of the gag? That's why you call yourself Marie, huh? Name suits you a hell of a lot better than me. The Virgin Mary's namesake grows up to be a whore, while sweet little Pauline grows up to be a genuine Virgin Mary. What do you say? Want to take my earthly name and I'll take yours?
You don't have to be so crude.
Seems like it goes south very quickly.
That reminds me. I heard word there was a saintess or whatever at the church here. That you? A saintess, huh?
That's just what people call me. I don't actually consider myself a saint.
Pure as ever, I see. If it were me, I'd let them put me up on that pedestal, bask in their worship for a while, then swipe all the tithes and get the hell out.
You're unbelievable, Maria.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Don't take what I say so seriously.
What did you come here for, Maria?
That's what whores do. We come and go. We're anywhere and everywhere, and then we're gone.
You do realize this is a church, right?
I know. Sacred ground, no place for a dirty old prostitute like me. I'm going to hell, yada yada.
I didn't say that. I prefer you to refrain from working on the church property.
I was on my way out, in fact. But then that white-haired dude came after me.
I do believe you tried to break into my room first.
What? You keep your mouth shut.
You tried to break in? What for?
What's it matter what for? I'm a whore. Maybe someone hired me. Or maybe I came to pillage the tithe box.
Was it the Lord? Is that who you came to see?
Huh?
Why would you assume the Lord of all people? There are plenty of other men in need of my services.
I thought there might be something between you two.
There's nothing between us. Everyone's denying their connections to each other.
So, since you're here, Maria, do you want to stop at my place for a little bit?
So you can grill me about what I'm here for?
No. I'll admit I'm curious, but if you don't want to talk about it, I won't try to force you. We just haven't seen each other in so long. I'm sure we've got plenty to catch up on. Come on, surely you can stay for tea at least.
They don't call you the Saintess for nothing, huh? You'll even invite a whore into your house for friendly chit-chat.
I wish you'll stop calling me that. You're an old friend who I haven't seen in years. It's only natural to want to catch up, is it not?
They're old friends?
Not sure that exactly applies to us, you know. But sure, why not? Though, to tell you the truth, I have no idea what the hell we'd even talk about, so I'll agree to come on one condition. Whitehair here comes with.
Who? Me?
You can't let this opportunity go. Now that we know the nun is Pauline, we might be able to get more out of her.
That's fair, but still.
I'm not sure how comfortable I am bringing a man into the house with only girls.
And I'm not sure how comfortable I am going.
What's the big deal? You afraid he might turn feral?
No, I just...
He ain't that kind of guy. You've got nothing to worry about.
You seem to trust me quite a bit for someone you just met.
Not so much trust, more like the air you give off.
Air?
You don't look like you've got the balls to do it.
What did you just say? Damn it, that stings worse than she has any way of knowing.
Just don't let it get to you. There's nothing you can do about that. Well, what are you waiting for? Go on, get your butts moving.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure I like where this is going. Giselle's right, though. This could be a good chance to get some new information.
Ah!
Huh? What is it?
I just remembered.
Something vital?
She called me a creep. In the third door, she kept calling me a creep. It just occurred to me now that she was talking about me like that behind my back. I can't believe she would do that.
Let it slide for now. It's something she does in the future, after all.
I'm not a creep, am I?
Well, considering what you were like at the time, I can't really blame her for thinking that.
I wish I could erase that phase of my life entirely. Even I get shivers thinking of the maid me.
I honestly don't think it was that bad myself.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Please do. That maid outfit, though, it's quite alright.
Oh, hello, dearest Michelle. What brings you here so late? Did you come to see me?
Who's the pipsqueak?
She lives here. I took her in. Oh, it's a strange lady. And she's wearing almost nothing. Are you not cold in there? In that?
Girl, you don't make it in this business worrying about the cold.
What kind of work do you do? Your clothes are really pretty colors. Like something a princess would wear.
In a way, I am kind of like a princess. A wicked princess who goes around seducing.
Maria, she does not need to hear that.
Oh, what's the fuss? I'm just giving her a glimpse of the real world.
And you think now is the time for that?
This isn't awkward or anything.
Also, what's this dearest Michelle about? You two a thing or something? Seems a bit young for you.
No, that's just what she calls me.
That's what I call for my brothers. He's my number 2 brother, but we're not related. My real brother's back at the church. He's got the same color hair as me, and we look a little alike.
Oh, really? Must be a pretty good-looking fella if he's related to you.
Of course he is. I wouldn't let him be my brother if he didn't look good.
That's quite an assertion, Ellie.
It's so lively in here.
I'm straddling uncharted territory.
Oh, I bet you're stiff as a board out there. Relax. Deep breath.
You're asking the impossible.
Alright, well, sit down and make yourselves comfortable, everyone. I'm going to make tea and something to snack on while I'm in there. It's a girl night in. This will be fun. Why is Michelle here, though?
You have no idea how much I wish I knew.
Oh, that's not important. But you know what is? 3 girls, 1 guy. That's gotta be rough. Actually, make that 4 girls.
Huh? Why would that be rough?
Tell me, you've got 3 girls in 1 room. What do you think they're going to be talking about?
Love? Romance?
And there he sits, all alone in a pink cloud of girl talk.
That sounds uncomfortable.
And we get to watch him twist and squirm.
That sounds like fun.
What do you think I am? The plaything? I didn't just sense you smiling too, did I?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just thinking I feel kind of bad for you.
Why don't I believe you? We don't have time for this. Morgana's still locked up in that tower even as we speak.
I get where you're coming from, but I don't think this will turn out to be a waste of time. All 3 of them have ties to the men with the keys. We could very well learn something from their conversation that could lead to a breakthrough. So I say we participate, see where it goes.
What's this? Already friends, you two? Yep. I like this new lady a lot.
She's a sweet little girl. What's not to love?
You know, that kind of thing makes me jealous. It took you a long time to warm up to me, Nellie. What? No, it didn't. I don't think. I don't know. It felt to me like you were keeping your distance. Well, you know, it's not easy to work up the courage to talk to a real live saint. Oh, Nellie. You know, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not even a real saint. So, what's the conversation? Love, romance.
How about your taste in guys?
Oh? Do you have anyone? A crush? A special someone? Do you? Don't you? I'm a servant of God the Father. So no, I do not have anyone. Oh, come on. We won't tell. Promise. Forbidden love, so romantic, so exciting. You know, I think you should go first, Nellie. I like princely boys. My brother's is the closest thing to my ideal. Oh, and I mean my real brother.
You don't say.
And you, Maria? What kind of guys do you like?
Me? I like me a nice, subservient man. Someone who knows I'm in charge.
Subtlety isn't her strongest suit, huh?
Why not someone you can always count on? Or encouraging and supportive? Or sweet and kind? Someone like that would be...
Guys like that only light you little tween girls' fires. Things get a little more complicated as you get older. Life stops being quite so simple. So you start wanting to find someone who'll make the daily load of shit even a little bit easier to swallow.
Really? I'm not sure I want to grow up anymore.
Though I guess that's partly a result of who I am, so who knows? Maybe you'll have it a little better.
I hope so. Okay, so it's your turn, Sister Maria. Me, I suppose I could tell you who my favorite angels are. No, it has to be someone real. You have to have someone. I already told you. There's someone else who hasn't gone yet. I can go after that, can't I?
Who else is there?
You know, that's not a half-bad idea.
Agreed. We want to know too. No dodging answers either.
What?
What kind of girl do you like, Michelle?
What? You're not supposed to bring me into the conversation.
Lighten up, loosen up. Let us have it.
It's a very complicated personal matter.
And how about we make things simple? Turn it into a choice.
A choice?
Of the three of us, who ticks the most boxes on your complicated taste? Don't think too hard about it. Just pick one. Me? The teensy tiny one? Or the nun? Who'll it be?
What on earth have I gotten myself into? Where are you staring at me? I'm not getting out of this.
You gotta make the quick save for this one, man. I gotta see all of these, man. This
Well, aren't
is
you
nuts.
curious? Oh shit.
Yeah, we gotta see all of these.
Please feel free to choose the answer that you would pick, but after that, then we can. At some later point, we can look at the other ones. Man.
Well,
Pick honestly.
wait, is he asking me to pick honestly, or?
Yeah, pick honestly. What do you think?
Well, I would have someone.
What? Really? Psh, that's no fun. You can still tell us what lights your fire, at least, even if you've already got someone.
Loving someone is a beautiful thing. I will pray for God to grant you both his blessings. What's she like, though? I want to know. Tell us about her.
What she's like? She's always smiling. She's a very cheerful, energetic person. The opposite of me in many ways.
So is she staying at the mansion with you?
No, he alone.
Does she not feel the same way about you?
Unrequited love, is it? You poor thing. It won't be cheap, but I'll keep you company for the night if you want.
She loves me too. I hope.
Then why isn't she here? You're a couple. You're supposed to stay together. Did you leave her behind when you left?
Circumstances prevent us from seeing each other right now. I can always feel her there, though, by my side. I can't see her back.
What circumstances? Now, Nellie, don't be prying. It's a personal matter, one I'm sure isn't easy for him. Will you ever be able to see her again?
I have faith that I will. Because when I see her next in the flesh, I can take her by the hands, look her in the eyes, and tell her something very important.
Michelle.
Is she someone really far away? Or is there something else getting in your way?
Women are fickle creatures, though. You may think she'll always love you, but spend enough time apart, and who knows how those feelings might change. We're not as bullheaded as you guys tend to be. While you're here, away from her, she could find someone else she likes. Or maybe she already has. I would never.
Her feelings will never change. She has spent more time waiting for me than you can possibly imagine. Though there were times she lost sight of what she was waiting for. Deep down in her heart, she never forgot about me. I know that for a fact.
I don't buy that sickly sweet, her love is eternal crap one damn bit. It's short-sighted, ignorant. People change, their feelings change. It's the ones you think you care most about who will inevitably stab you in the back one day. That's what people do. You've just never had the pleasure. But one day, you will. You'll taste the bitterness of betrayal.
Is there anyone in your life you care more than yourself?
Not a one.
You wouldn't understand what we have together then. But someday, you ever find someone who means that much to you, I think you come to understand that it is possible to love someone even if they do sometimes cause you pain.
You're telling this to a whore. That already has me out of the running.
I don't think that's true. Anyone can find someone, no matter who they are. It doesn't matter how old you are, or what kind of work you do. Or if you're a noble or a peasant.
Oh, come on. You're making it sound like I'm the bad guy here.
In this case, she might actually be more mature than you, Maria.
Oh, shove it.
Now that Michelle's answered, it's your turn. What? Do I really have to? You do! Everyone else has answered. Like I said, I don't have anyone. Oh, don't forget about the tea I made. It's going to get cold. Anyway, I'm more interested in catching up with you, Maria, than talking about boys. What happened after you left?
Alright, sure. We can talk about that.
An orphanage?
Yep. Neither of us had parents or family, so we were raised in an orphanage.
Beyond his second door, Pauline had a family and seemed to be quite well off. I guess that's not the case here.
So, you grew up together then? Sister Marie never told me about her childhood before. I don't like to talk about the past.
It's not the best of memories, after all. I'd say we're both lucky we made it this far in life. You still keep in touch with that shit heap of a director?
No, I don't talk to him like that. He's not a bad person.
Yeah, I know. In your mind, everyone's not a bad person.
He really isn't. But yes, he stopped by occasionally to check in. He was the one who set me on the path to becoming a nun.
He always was fond of you. Perfect little angel you were.
I doubt he liked me any more than anyone else.
Compared to you, I was a damn gremlin.
You were a naughty girl, weren't you, Maria?
The naughtiest girl around. I'd throw rocks at the walls, making all these little holes. One time I even filled the director's shoes with dog shit.
That would make anyone angry.
I wasn't always a little twat, mind you. The director either loved you or hated you. There was no middle ground. And if he didn't like you, life was hell. He'd make you go without supper or force you to sleep outside. Shit like that.
That's awful. I had no idea he was doing that to you. You could have said something.
Like that would have made a difference. You adored the damn director. You never would have believed me over him. Once you put your trust in someone, you refuse to believe they could be anything less than perfect. Completely blinded by faith.
I don't...
You do. The only reason you're willing to believe me now is because it's been so long, and because there are other people here. This would probably be a good time to step in, Michelle. Change the subject or something. I feel kind of bad for her.
So, how long were you two together?
Until we were around 10, I think. Does that sound about right?
Sounds about right, yeah. I got fed up with everything and ran off. Ended up at a brothel. Been a whore ever since. It's been, what, 10 years now? I'm practically a veteran.
Did you like life at the brothel better than the orphanage, Maria?
Between the two, I'd take the brothel any day. There, I've got friends and colleagues. Although, I did lose a bunch of them 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
I remember hearing word of a brothel raided by bandits around that same time. Was that where you worked, Maria?
Yep, and what a nightmare that was. I mean, why the hell would you raid a whorehouse? Why not go after some noble's estate, or the damn lord, for that matter?
Brothel, raided by bandits. 4 years ago.
What's the matter? Trying to make those forehead wrinkles permanent?
I know I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm beginning to think Maria might have some contact with Morgana in life as well.
Oh?
4 years ago would make Morgana 12. And where was she then?
Ah.
I have a question for you, Maria. Was there a girl by the name of Morgana at the brothel?
You know Morgana?
So my suspicion was right.
Yeah. Morgana was there. Me and the other girls looked after her together. But after the bandits razed the place, I never saw her again. What a travesty that was. It was chaos. Only a handful of us even survived. I figured she'd either been killed or sold off somewhere. But if you know her, that means she's alive, right? That's great to hear. I've been worried about her ever since.
Michelle, Morgana's the Satan's name, isn't it? That's what you told me.
Huh? Saintess?
That's right, Nellie. That's indeed the name of the person who performed your miracle.
And she's locked up in the tower now.
Locked up?
You told it, Nellie? All that nonsense too, Michelle? It's not nonsense. Mel told me everything. It's all true. He feels terrible about what he's done, but he can't set her free by himself. Now, you too. We need the other 2 keys. The Lord has one, and his bodyguard has another. After learning the truth, I knew I had to tell you. But I was so afraid you wouldn't believe me. And if you didn't believe me, something bad might happen to Mel. It's not good to tell lies, Nellie. The same goes for your brother as well. What? The Lord stores his valuables in the tower. That's why it's locked up, and you can't get in. Or are all 3 of you after his wealth? Of course not. Are you, Michelle? You need to stop planting these strange suspicions and...
See, this is exactly what I was talking about. You haven't changed one bit. You won't even give someone the time of day if they're saying anything that contradicts someone you've decided you trust. Can the watchtower, was it? Can you not bust the door down? I'm still lost as hell here. But the long and short of it is Morgana might be in that tower.
She is, yes. It might be possible to break down a door with a dozen or so people to help, but that's infeasible. Besides, opening the door isn't our only objective.
So we need the other keys.
Correct.
It's not true. He would never do that to someone. People think he's scary and mean, but they're wrong. He's a sweet, respectable man. He would never lock up an innocent girl.
Even though everyone else is saying he would.
If I don't believe in him, then who will?
So you are more than acquaintances. If you really have that much faith in his goodness, then tell us after you've seen what he's done. Pauline,
Assuming, hypothetically, there really is someone in the tower. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm a nun. I have no real authority here. I'm just a pretty face.
nevertheless, he started this to help you. If you tell him to stop, he might actually listen.
Please, Sister Maria. Help us set the Satanists free.
Your ability to trust someone so completely is actually pretty amazing. But if you let it turn into blind faith, it'll come back and bite you in the ass.
Could I please ask the two of you to leave?
An old friend of mine might be being held prisoner right now. And you expect me to just scamper on home?
Go.
She's a little too innocent, perhaps. But I don't think her faith is completely blind. You are a woman who's capable of making decisions for herself. I know you are. Yes, you place your complete faith in one man, but that hasn't stopped you from considering what you should do with your own life. You were never short-sighted.
We only met yesterday. How could you possibly know about me? Give me some time until tomorrow. Time to think about what to do.
As you wish.
Alright, we gotta do the extra stuff and Grad's gonna be all the voices.
Please, no.
Is someone supposed to go to work soon?
I could sit here and listen to it.
I have class tomorrow morning, but if we need to stay up a couple more minutes, I can do so.
Maria's back, baby.
Seems excited
Welcome
about that.
back, man.
Whoops.
I think there's a lot to be excited about. That's all I'm gonna say.